afternoon, good day, brothers and sisters, alive, dwelling in the garden, Saigon, it's now. Today's show, rumors of the world. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Because it's turtle time. These are the Stickman files. These are revelations from the Stickman that I've been given to be able to explain in English. Thank you, Stickman. Yeah. My name, they gave me, is Rodney Josephson. That's my YouTube channel. Today's 22 August 2026. But, you know, what's the rush? You need to relax, so I'm going to relax in the garden here. Nice, beautiful garden. Flowers, all different types of plants, animals, insects, in the middle of this city. Well, let's vegetate for a minute, for a moment, I should say. Yeah. Okay. So let's begin this. Man is forgiven, for he knows not what he does until he does. That's a famous quote from Jesus, and this is the ninth commandment. Commandment. What does that mean? To command means order, the mind. That means your mind is in order. That's it. Your mind is in order. You're balanced. And of course, Jesus, as the story goes, the allegory, he's on the cross and we're throwing rocks at him or whatever, nailing him up there, and says, "Man is forgiven, for he knows not what he does." Father, forgive them, for man knows not what he does. Which is true, obviously. We've all been there. I admit it. But when that point comes to know what you did and what you do, and it's very clear, then you have options, right? Yeah. You have two options, good or bad, love or hate. It is what it is. Truth or lies. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. So this one I drew well, before we get into that, let's do this first. The foundation of all. The monad. Oneness. So this represents the monad, or God, or whatever you want to think of it. This is like breathing. Creation, dissolution. Build, destroy. Breathe, inhale, exhale. Continuous. That's basically the whole thing in a nutshell. All is one, one is all. Seek within, for the world is without. As above, so below. And of course, I got to bring up the good old pyramid there. That represents the four elements, the four seasons, the 12 months, actually it's 13. Again, the 13 signs, the birth signs, 12 birth signs, but there's 13. There's always 13, which means there's a center. And so the 4 must have a center, that means 5. 13 is 4 plus 1 equals 5. So there's the center, or the being that is aware of all the elements and what or who it is. That's what the Stickman said. So then you've mastered the man's elements, or this world's elements. and you rise out of the abyss of Egypt. Nothing wrong with Egypt. It's just it's a story. So you rise out of the abyss because you can see. You're conscious, aware. You know what you know when you need to know. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what the Stickman said. That's what, he is giving me these revelations. Because I'm just a normal human being. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm forgiven. So, truthfulness, integrity. This is the Tower of Babel, the famous story. The Tower of Babel. So you can see here's the earth, and they're winding up the stairs, Jacob's ladder, up to heaven. Unity as oneness, where it all began. Unfortunately, in man's world, as you know, Caesar's world, things are divided. Languages, cultures, colors, everything is just like all split up. And every man, or some man, thinks that everything is separate from it. So it's individualized with no connection to anything else. However, the way that the Stickman said is that, yes, people are and things are individualized in their own unique context, their own unique frequency, their own unique body, if you would like to think of it that way. Like these plants. They're all individualized. I'm different. That plant is different. That rocking chair is different. You name it. However, they're all interconnected in oneness. Unique. Everything is unique. From the body of oneness, of the all and the nothing. No separation. So the Tower of Babel story is about man rising back to unity because there's too many languages and there's misunderstandings. Too many colors because there's misunderstandings. And they all united and came together to figure out, yes, we all are different in form, but one in unity. So heaven and hell. So unity, humility. I don't know anything. Your Stickman is telling me what this means. Pride, division. That's man's world. Languages, division. So the driving language, if you will, or way to communicate is universe, one rhythm, one flow. Resonance. That's the internal resonance. What's your internal, truth and integrity? I think that's what it means. That's what the Stickman said. So are you united or are you divided? Like the divided states of America? That's the point. Yeah, so that's the story of the Tower of Babel. But I think it collapsed or something. I didn't read the whole story. I don't need to. I didn't have to. The Stickman is just telling me this is it. So I believe. Well, actually, I kind of know it. Not really. Well, I'm not sure. I don't want to be deemed or called inflated. Because I don't know anything. So I'm just delivering the message with my wonderful sarcasm. Yeah, so that's how this works. And so, how do you exit this abyss? You know, the abyss of man's world. Well, you got to be truthful. You know, your integrity and truthfulness. As Jesus said, "Love thy neighbor." I think that's resonance right there. You are, if you are love, you're resonating love, and then everything is okay. Balanced, regardless of what goes on out there. You do as you do. You be as you be. And you'll get what you get. If everything is divided, well, and then divided, that means maybe some are dividing it and then ruling over them. That's Caesar's world. You know, you have a dictator, and he's dictating Babel, the Tower of Babel, babbling. I think there's a term called a babbling buffoon. Talking head, maybe doesn't even know what it's saying. So relax, have peace of mind, resonate, vegetate, meditate. And then the stickman might drop in and drop you a message. You know, pure, unadulterated truth. And so the babbling, you know, a talking head, will cease. Well, that is for the ones that want it to cease. For others, maybe they want to do that. That's their issue. And they will reap what they sow, as everybody else reaps what they sow. I think that's what the stickman said. So remember, man is forgiven for he knows not what he does until he does. So that's the point of no return. When you know, inherently know, then you have those options. You know what you're doing. So do the loving, compassionate gestures. Or you can do the opposite. I mean, that's it. Very clear, simple. But it takes time. It takes time, turtle time. So I'm going to end it there, brothers and sisters. I think I discussed this issue enough. The revelations of the stickman, I drew it, and now I'm speaking about it. So, seek within, for the world is without. If you want to see my other videos, check the links at the end or whatever. Check out my YouTube channel. Listen to my music, read my books. Up to you. It doesn't. You know, I'm not going to force anybody. So that's it. See you next time. Ciao.